Lakers have had a crisis in leadership for a while, and that has led to someone like LeBron who has a clear vision of how he can wield influence and power in this league. And quite frankly, has a track record. While I understand it hasn't been the prettiest of stints in LA the last 4 years, but he can point to what happened in October of 2020 as proof is in the pudding. And let's follow my lead here. This is what he should be doing. And this is, quite frankly, if you want to draw the parallel to Kobe Bryant, this is what ruthless competitors do. They try to find any advantage that's there and exploit it and do whatever they can to stay on top. And guess what? Sometimes they make a wrong move. No one's denying that LeBron James was in support of landing Russell Westbrook last year. But you also have to be nimble enough to recognize that let's go out there and try something else.
Right. LeBron is known for flushing his whole team. It's happened several times where he's like, nope, start over. That's the real question. And, it's easy for me to say this because, anybody could say what they believe. But if Kobe was still with us and knowing that Rob Pelinka is one of his best friends and is the general manager of the team or president or whatever his title is, and LeBron called Kobe right now, like let's say Kobe was, in the editing room working on some new documentary or new series right now, and his phone rang and it was LeBron. And he said, KB, I don't know what to do here. This team is not good enough. I really want us to trade for Kyrie. I don't give a flying bleep about 2027 draft pick. What would Kobe tell him to do? What would the Kobe system say? What would the Mamba mentality be for LeBron James? I'm not so sure that that's what Jeannie's talking about here, but it's interesting. And it comes down to, I think, again, I'm not sure what the Lakers are offering right now, because if one of the things that was so stunning in the league about this Rudy Gobert trade, when you talk to people in the league, they're like, who were the Wolves bidding against?
Right?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, there was a few teams in there.
Maybe Atlanta.
Atlanta was, kind of kicking around. Atlanta was in the middle of doing some other big things. Atlanta made a big move themselves.
Yes, they did. Right.
There were some other teams interested, but 5 players and 4 firsts, and including one player who was just drafted, so it's almost like 5 firsts.
Right.
Like that was some crazy stuff. That's almost like a desperation trade from a team that's not desperate. So you see that, and if you're a team like the Lakers, you're like, well, who are we bidding against here? So it makes me wonder, knowing what we know about where the Nets are with Durant, and knowing where we are about where I think the lack of bidding is with Kyrie. How long is this going to take, guys? This could take a long time, Andrew.
I think the thing is, you may not be bidding against another team, but you could be bidding against the Nets just saying, okay, like if you don't give us what we want, we'll just keep it and we'll just see what happens here and go from that. I mean, obviously we started off by talking about, now they're, if it takes forever with Kevin Durant, it takes forever with Kevin Durant. I think that's the only real team you're bidding against. And if I'm Brooklyn, that's what I'm going to have to do to drive that price up.
Well, hey, Brian, what was the trigger point or leverage play that we were both involved in reporting on with Kyrie Irving in the summer of 2017 when it looked like Cleveland was trying to play that card? Well, we could just bring you back into the fold. Say we wouldn't report to training camp and gets hurt.